Nope, now it's paused.
What is going on
The
in
live
world
video has
technology
ended.
today?
I don't know.
The live video has ended.
Let me see. We show that we're still streaming on my analytics, but was live. It says was live.
Yeah, you're not live now. No
Son of a gun. You know what I love about technology sometimes? Nothing.
Although now it says you might be up again.
Just now.
What is going on?
Let me do this and see. Yep, we are live again. I don't know what happened.
There you go.
All I do know is we dropped completely off of the map there. And again, that took away, once again, all of my comments. So if you were challenging somebody, I need you to resend it because I've forgotten everything.
That's Swolby.
Gosh, I hate that guy. Swolby, the ruination of my stress. Or I should say the ruination and cause of all my stress. I'm kidding. Without him, we're not even on the air. He's the one that's taught me all this junk. Yeah, so we're back. I don't know what happened. We lost internet service. I mean, it dropped completely. We had a big X where the green buttons are supposed to be. That's how much I know about technology. There's a big red X where the green buttons are supposed to be.
Well, I pretty much explained it to you, though. We should
Yeah.
know then.
Yeah. So we are live, and we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for ticket sales. Coach Burnett's been hard in the paint right now on his phone. I wonder if he got anybody, or if he's doing farmer's work. I don't know.
Nothing this round.
Yeah, we're still waiting. We've only got, by the way, about 20 more minutes. We've gone hard in the paint. We're doing a 3-hour live here. We're going to do another one. I guess if necessary, if there's still tickets available in the next couple of weeks, we're going to come back and do this again as we get closer and closer to the events. The goal is to sell out, and we are going to sell out the tickets. That's not going to be a problem. We're going to sell them out. The goal is for us and for those of you out there who have already bought tickets to try to get a hold of your friends, your family members, your former or teammates. That's what we're looking for, as Toby and Paul said. We want former Roane County athletes at this event. That's what we want most of all. We want to see former students, former athletes come back here and have a blast with each other and get to talk to them again. That's the most fun about all of it.
And it's a great evening to do that with. Chance to talk, reminisce, but also a chance to win the money back that you have invested in our programs. So also don't forget we've challenged former coaches or current coaches to buy your ticket. Come on out, be a part of the evening. Don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah, there was a question about that last year in the first year. Like, do the coaches have to buy tickets, or they just get? No, you got to buy a ticket, Bob. Nobody gets in free. Nobody gets in free because money's on the line and prizes are on the line.
I did have some coaches there last year who were just there. They were helping. They were not a part of, but we kind of kept that part out of it last year. Didn't want anybody to think there was an inside job working.
Yeah, the image of impropriety. You don't want to avoid that, obviously.
Yes.
People can get salty sometimes. As I found last year, people were salty after the third thing I won. I ended up having to wear a helmet to get up on stage.
I promise you, though, if their name gets drawn, it's because they've paid their $100.
After the third thing I won.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was rigged.
Well,
it wasn't.
The first thing I won, there was a little bit of clapping and cheering, all right? And then the second thing I won, there was more like, ha, 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 kind of sort of half joking laughs. And then by the third one, boos. It was just boos. People were booing me. And then Toby Wagner had to invite me up on stage to draw the last few numbers out just to make other people angry. Ruined their lives that night. I ruined Joe McDonald's night. And that guy's done more for this station than I've done for the station. A&M Digital Technologies, a big part of what we do at WVRC, Joe buys his tickets, comes in, and guess who knocks him out? Me. I feel awful about that.
Poor guy.
I know. He didn't deserve it. I hope Bob doesn't make me get up and draw numbers this year.
I hope he does.
That's brutal. Billy Moorhead says there's no doubt it was rigged last year.
Listen, if you want to talk about brutal, be the man's in charge of every ticket that comes out of there and getting them marked off and kept track of. Drive a man to drinking. That's what that'd do.
Are you saying you were stressed?
It's worse than a Friday night.
A little more than slightly stressed?
Yeah, it was way worse. Way worse than a Friday night. Way worse.
Again, folks, we've got about 20 more minutes here today for this live. We have added a couple sponsors. We have added some ticket sales. We want more. We always want more. We're never satisfied until tickets are all sold out and we have as many sponsors as humanly possible. We still have a couple of weeks, though, folks. So if you don't do it today, that's fine. Make sure you plan to get your ticket, though, for this event. They are being sold for $100 a piece. They'll be sold from now all the way until probably the week before the event, I would say, or as close to that as humanly possible. There's Jamie Justice. What's up, buddy? He wasn't over there? Good, because I don't feel like I'm stretched out enough to take him. So.
Toby wants to come over to the shop. We probably have something for you guys.
Oh, there you
Awesome.
go.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right.
That is fantastic. Jamie Justice with Richards Lawn and Garden, Gravely Tractors, said to send Toby over. Now, it could be a shank, so be careful, Toby. Be careful. Might be just luring you in.
You could get a gravely tire thrown at your skull.
So Toby's going to be the one that goes into the fire pit over there. That's fine. So it'll be cool to talk with Jamie, no matter what. I mean, he's a good dude. He's going to support the kids, the athletes. He's got kids, at the high school. So, well, thank goodness Trevor wasn't over there because I've really laid it on thick today.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, this could happen at any place in time.
He might take care of it if he goes to the event.
He could.
Be like,
No. That's all done once he's accepted the challenge.
Yeah.
You at that point in time, you've backed off,
Yes.
and you have there's bouncers there the night of. So.
Okay, good. He still might, just out of the blue, like Jimmy Superfly Snook off the top rope.
Or
We're just hanging out.
or he may-
15 numbers have been drawn, and all of a sudden he attacks.
Yeah. Or maybe sometime in your sleep at night he said, challenge accepted, and it's not going to be monetary. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Fatal attraction
That would not be good.
or something like that.
Let's hope that Trevor has a cool head, just as usual, and just says, you know what? All right, I'd sponsor again this year. How about it? Would love to see that. We got sponsorship challenges. We got individual challenges. We got 15 minutes left here today, so let's keep going, folks. Let's get a couple more tickets sold. We'd like to sell 5 to 10 more tickets before we're off the air here in 15 minutes. So get a hold of people, please. If you're watching, get a hold of people. Say, hey, you got to be at this event. You got to have fun with us. Go get a ticket. So we're hoping to sell 5 to 10 more tickets, or maybe 1 or 2 more sponsorships would be fantastic. Without knowing for sure, I would assume maybe a sponsorship coming from Jamie Justice with Richards, so we'll see for sure.
We're going to find out. Coach Ford is getting ready to take the walk. It's not that far, Coach.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't stood up. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to stand up for just a second, please.
Man, we're going to do something about chairs next time, Drew.
Well, I thought this was a good chair because it has padding, but what I realized is I'm huge, meaning fat, and this padding is razor thin.
It is.
So even though there's padding, it goes away pretty quickly. But I got an oversized towel, and I was going to use this for shade on the equipment, but guess what? We don't need shade.
We got shade. We got sugar trees right here on the courthouse lawn.
I do want to let it be known that I am the one that set this up here in anticipation of the sun, and I've done a great job with that. So you're welcome, Coach. You're welcome.
Thank you.
For being in the shade nicely here.
It's great.
Now we get to wait and see what Coach Ford is going to bring us. Looking forward to that. Ooh, good song. 70s rock and roll on a Saturday in Spencer, West Virginia. Gosh, it is beautiful out here today, folks.
It is a beautiful day.
Lots of people out and about. Lots of people heading over to Backwood Ramblings. I tell you what, I want to thank Taylor again for bringing me breakfast.
It was
and
nice.
supplying my coffee. She is awesome. That whole family is awesome. Still got challenges out from Cruz Lawson to Matt Price to Aaron Pinson to Joe Lowe. Hopefully all 3 of those buy 2 tickets. How about that? That would be 6. We got challenges out to Nathan Reynolds and John Ash from the Lincoln Augers. Wes and Katie. That could be 4 more tickets. That could be 10 right there.
Yeah, you've challenged a whole group.
I've challenged my group, including Adam Anderson, including Jamie Justice, so that one may be taken care of.
I've challenged former and current coaches
And former Roane County football
and
players.
former players. Come out and be a part.
Come have a good time with us. It is a good time. It's better. It's a great time. It is not. It's a great time.
Just the event itself is entertainment.
Yes, it is. It is. You can't not get into it. That's the thing. You go up there and people didn't know what they were expecting, and by the end of it, they're screaming and yelling and having a good time and cheering and laughing, and it's just a blast.
And if you're competitive,
Yes.
wow.
Again, going to do 50-50 drawing. They're going to do silent auctions. We had some great items last year for the silent auction as well. I think back
We
to a
did.
few of the different items. Had 2 custom Roane County helmets.
Yep.
Those things went for big dollar.
They'll be there again this year. We still have several.
So
we
helmets
can
will
put
be
out
there.
there.
Sue Knotts last year put together a really nice custom carving board, I believe.
Yep.
That one went for good money last year. There was a lot of good items. There'll be again this year. So many opportunities to have fun and help and give back to the Raider athletes.
And the venue itself is a wonderful place.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Steel Hollow Estates yet, golly, come
the
down
last
to
time
that.
you were there was on the skating rink.
Yep.
There's a lot of change.
I think
a lot of change.
I think the one cool thing about it is with all the changes and fixes and upgrades and the great look of it, they kept the original floor from Skateland.
Yep.
In the venue area, the floor is still the same old wood from Skateland.
A lot of us made many laps around that, Drew.
Yes.
Many.
I learned how to skate backwards there. I learned how to speed skate. I learned how to all skate, couple skate,
Yes.
ladies' choice.
Couples only.
Yeah. Remember those lights up there where it said, it's a all skate, couple skate, ladies' choice.
Yes. what about the roller skate limbo?
Oh, the limbo. Yes.
It's always a big deal.
I was never good at that.
Me either. Not the flexible one.
Yeah, just couldn't get the hips into the right position.
I saw some people that could do it very good. It was crazy.
Yeah. There were people who could do splits with the skates and go down, and there were people who go sideways.
Yep. Lay
It's-
down backwards,
Oh.
stay on the skates. It was crazy.
People still amaze me.
I just watched when that was going on.
I watched in amazement. How do they do this stuff? So Toby Ford is currently working his way over to Richard's Lawn and Garden to talk with Jamie Justice. So we think we may have a sponsorship or something. Something is going to be involved in that, whatever it may be. Also, again, business challenges out there. Ed Nicholson with ECI challenging all other contractors in Roane County or handymen to match his white sponsorship $500 or to buy tickets. Slate Towing and Recovery has a challenge out to Will's Towing and Recovery to match the $500 white sponsorship. DW Excavating, Doug Walker and his crew challenging Paramount Surveying, Matt Painter, who is currently on vacation, but will be back at some point to answer the call. Toby Ford has a challenge out to Adam Anderson and Cam Wilson. Adam just recently starting his own company after many, many years in the oil and gas / landman / all sorts of stuff business. Starting his own business now.
Looks like right now, Drew, we're at 24 tickets today.
Wow.
That's with sponsorships and individual tickets bought.
Okay. So tickets are going down, going down, going down. We need more of those. I wonder what will run out first. The ticket sales or my voice? What will go first? That is the question.
Well, depends on how many more live remotes we have to do.
Well, hopefully just one. Hopefully just one more of these.
I think last year the second one was the big one.
I believe it was.
I think so, because the first one I was here for the full time. The second one, I believe I was only here for an hour, hour and a half, and I had to take off, and that's when it started. Maybe the key is for me not to be here. Maybe that's the key.
That is so not the case. Speaking of, there's a contractor right there.
It is a contractor.
Anthony Roberts driving by. Didn't stop. We'll have to get on him. Be sending him a text message later on. Say, hey, buddy. Bring your checkbook with you. The challenge is still out there to Trevor Mertz. Jamie Justice went to try to help me out with that, but Trevor was not in the
Trevor wasn't
building
there.
today. And that's a
Wasn't
rarity.
there.
Trevor is busy. He stays there. He works that business better than just about anybody I know.
Every now and then, it's like I hear a bear growl.
Yeah, that's me trying
Oh.
to not lose my voice completely. It's always on the razor's edge. I don't know what I've done. I really don't know. People ask me all the time what has happened. I spent 6 full weeks without a voice at all. I still tried to do games, which was stupid. And then I got it close to back, and then it got worse again, and now it's on the recovery. This is about as good as I've been for a while. But I don't know if it was the worst case of laryngitis ever known to man, if it was a combination of when I got sick right before I got this problem, and then bronchitis hit me midway through. I don't know what it is, but it has been a long road, and I am still not back.
Well, luckily summer is close, and the sports slow down some in the summer, so there
Yeah.
won't be quite as much announcing.
Yeah.
Get you back recovered.
Now if I could just shut my mouth otherwise. Be nice.
Well, you got to take your wins where you can get them.
Yeah, I'm sure many people would be like, yeah, you need to shut up, Drew. Well, I'm not shut up for the next 7 minutes. How about that? I still want to sell like 4 or 5 more tickets. Somebody buy a ticket to the Raider
Yeah,
rally.
we need a finale right here.
Yeah, we need like a big going out with a bang here today.
Yeah.
Let's get 2 more corporate sponsors, and let's get 3 or 5 more tickets sold. How about that? If you're watching this and you've already bought a ticket, challenge somebody. Send them a text message right now. Say, hey, you got to help us out. Drew he's going to never talk again. His voice is going to go. Coach Burdett's going to quit. So you got 6 more minutes to help us out here.
You got to jump on board.
Toby Ford just left the building. He said, I can't stand it anymore.
It's had enough.
So we need some more corporate sponsors for this event. Any questions you have, again, you can send them on the chat real quick here, or just send a direct message on Facebook to Coach Burdett or Toby Ford. You can find them very easily on Facebook. They're not private, so you can get a hold of them. And if you have any questions, you can ask them, and they'll get to you as quickly as humanly possible with every answer you need. 3 different tiers, of course, of corporate sponsorships. The maroon sponsorship is $1,000, but for that you get 5 tickets to the Raider Rally, 5 chances to win the ultimate prize or other prizes. You also get sponsorship opportunities with logos on shirts. You get a banner up at the field. You get multiple mentions during football games for the PA. If you're a white sponsorship, it's $500. You get 2 tickets to the Raider Rally event, chances to win prizes, obviously, and you'll get recognition again up at the football stadium for games. A gray sponsorship is just $250. You get 1 ticket to the event, and that's just the sponsorship levels. You can also just get a ticket. If you don't want to mess with anything else, but you want to show up and have fun, it's $100 per ticket. You get a great dinner. You get multiple chances to win multiple opportunities, including a chance to win your money back or win the grand prize. you get a night out on a weekend at a place that is so relaxing. It reminds you of a big city, but we are in the middle of Spencer, and it is a fun time to be with other people who are supporting Raider athletes. It's common cause. Everybody's in a good mood. Nobody's stressed during that event. It's so much fun. We could not stress enough for people to show up for this event. And to do that, you got to buy a ticket from us. So that's what we're looking for.
You do. And the best part is, well, I don't know about the best part, but a good part is you don't have to be present to win. We want you to be there,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be so much.
Yeah, you are not required to be in the building to win the grand prize. You just got to be involved. You got to get a ticket somehow. All right. Looks like your son is out the hood of a vehicle right there. Is that safety
safe.
approved?
That's safe, yeah.
I think about what we used to do as kids. That's really
I
safe.
talked
to
about that the other day about when we played Little League or Midget League. I rode in the back of a truck to every away game. Almost, if the weather was good, we were in the back of the multiple players. We were in the back of the truck traveling. If you did that today,
You'd
go to
probably get
jail.
arrested. Yeah. Child endangerment laws. I just like to call it living life.
Yeah, enjoyable.
Of course, that happened to me one time. It wasn't like a parent approved. I ended up in the truck bed of the Blue Bomb of Jay Hamrick's.
Right?
When we went towards the golf course on the Reedy side, and you know that first little bridge that's got a real nice little drop off? Yeah, I went I went up in air on that one. Thought I was going to get knocked out of the vehicle. One of my many memories of Jay Hamrick.
There was a lot of things done back in those days that are not done with kids today for multiple reasons, but
Some good, some we may think are a little bit overzealous, but
correct.
all in the interest of making kids safer. Oh, man, we are running out of time here. We're waiting for Toby Ford to come back. He's going to give us probably the final update, and then we are going to shut her down for the day. Still been a good day. 24 tickets, including sponsorships, sold, and we're going to continue to fight this battle until all tickets are off the table. We'll continue to try to get more sponsorships. You have plenty of time to get a sponsorship in. That's the thing. Get your corporate sponsorship in. Get a hold of Coach Ford, Coach Burdett at Rowan County High School or on Facebook. Get involved. If you do it quickly enough, you'll get your logo on the big board. But even if you don't, I'll hand draw it. How about that? I'll hand draw the logo.
Coach Ford took his pen with him, so I don't have anything to write it down with, so don't let me forget. But Larry and Kay Cottrell are purchasing 2 tickets.
Nice.
Kay, the former owner of Forget Me Not, she's gone out of business this spring, retired, done doing flowers.
Had
but
enough of it.
It always supported and still supporting by buying 2 tickets.
Thank you so
we
much, Larry and
appreciate
Kay
that.
Cottrell.
And also, one of our commissioners hadn't bought his tickets yet, and he said, I'll come by in a few. I think I need 2 tickets, Mr. Caleb Greathouse.
Oh, there we go. He's really just enjoying the day on the Vespa, all right?
Well, actually, that was put up. The last time he went through, he was in his Maverick.
Oh, was he?
You know, multiple vehicle type guy.
I get that. That dude has more fun on that little scooter than just about anybody I know.
They have a whole crew of them. Sometimes they come up bar cutting. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, cool. So there's
think I
4.
need
There's
one.
4 tickets right at the end,
That's 4 at the end.
and that's all Coach Burdett. I'm just sitting here like a lump on a log, drinking coffee. He's working the phones right now.
Well, it's because I'm out of coffee.
Ah, see, that's the problem.
Well,
We both had big coffee mugs.
we did. Yep. Uh-oh. 2 tickets for Donna and Jay Greathouse.
Oh
So
my goodness,
there's
more messages
6.
coming in. 6 tickets at the end.
Coach Ford's got the pen, and I have nothing to write with. You're going to have to be my brain, Drew.
I've got a pen, but it's in my truck. Don't worry. I have 6 tickets. I will not forget 6 tickets. Thanks to Larry and Kay Cottrell, Caleb Greathouse, and now Jimmy and Donna Greathouse. Didn't they challenge somebody last year, the Greathouses? I think they challenged somebody after they bought their tickets last year at this,
They may have.
because they did it during one of these events.
We're going to have so the football players are going to be out and about with 2 tickets apiece. Just going to try, let those guys go out and sell 2 tickets apiece.
By the way, your wife just came over here and then left you.
Yeah, she non-verbally asked me a question and then walked off. So it's okay.
Well, during our first shoot, she called you a liar, obviously, about getting up early. I think she said you got up at 8:15. So why don't you challenge that?
So here's the deal: is when she got out of bed, she saw me laying on my side of the bed still. But what she doesn't know is I'd already got out and done the work and came back and was taking a nap.
Gotcha. It was a nap at this point. It was no longer a sleep from previous night.
Truth. And Donna Greathouse brings up a good point. All those tickets are on my phone, so at least I know.
That's true.
It's all in transaction here.
That's why she's smarter than we are.
She is.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
Coach Ford, you think Coach Ford got lost?
Well, again, I said watch for the shank.
And I said watch for the Gravely tire.
Yeah, we may have.
He may be tied up down there in the basement of Richard's Lawn and Garden.
It puts the lotion on the skin, Toby Ford. I'm telling you, we maybe go check on him when we go off the air here if he's not back in time. We got another youngster here.
Come on in, sit
Look at this
down.
guy.
You got money for a ticket.
You're a lot smaller than our previous inhabitant of that seat, Toby Ford.
It is true.
Yes. Yeah. You want to try and sell some tickets with us? Joining us now, Brogan Burdett's Coach Burdett's son and Roane County athlete, soon to be up at Roane County High School. My goodness, that's weird to say. It was weird enough to call your middle daughter a senior this year. That was weird enough. Ugh, not to bring up
Thanks.
stuff like that. Sorry.
Thanks. We dealt with a flood of emotions the other night.
Yeah.
So
I fought it off quickly. Somebody else made a joke and she was laughing, and so when she looked at me, she wasn't crying still. So I was like, don't get that on my shirt. Then I walked away with tears in my eyes.
yeah.
It's weird. I'm such a salty dude these days that, not that I wasn't always sympathetic or whatever you call it, but man, the more I've been involved with the kids in this county and watched them grow from young athletes and called their names for so many years and watched them just be who they are and participate, it gets to me every year. Every year it's hard for me to say goodbye to these athletes.
Yep.
But every once in a while it's even closer because it's your daughter.
Man,
So,
she's a pretty good girl. Both of them are.
yeah.
The one sitting beside me, I don't know so much.
Yeah, that's the word's still out on that one. He's got a few years to figure it out.
Yeah, he's got to figure it out.
I ought to make Brogan put out a challenge for somebody to buy a ticket.
Oh, so Donna sends me a message, Donna Greathouse.
Yeah.
It says from Jacob Greathouse, our quarterback. He wants to challenge Little Canal veterinarian, who is Nick and Hannah Smith.
Okay.
They've just recently bought
Old Canes
Veterinarian Services, and also Aaron Simons with Farm to Fork.
Okay.
2 challenges put out by our quarterback.
Jacob Greathouse, who is a very active member in the FFA as well, and he is Roane County High School's 3-year starting quarterback, soon to be in his 4th season. Remember when he first played football for me? I remember when he came out for football, and we were like, yeah, you're going to be a quarterback, buddy.
Yep.
And you're welcome, Coach. You're welcome for that one. He just put a challenge out to Canal. What was it? Canal Valley.
Little Canal Veterinarian
Little
Services.
Canal Veterinarian Services.
And Farm to Fork, Aaron Simon.
So you guys have been challenged by our quarterback. How can you say no to the athletes?
Right. That's when it's getting real.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see some athletes challenging some business owners.
We have things popping up here, Drew. Connie Burdett, who may be my mom, says that she will take a ticket.
Nice.
So there's one. And since we're on the line of relative, well, not your relative, but name is Elliot Miller.
Oh, okay.
Jace
yeah.
Miller's mom and dad says 2 tickets to the rally.
Awesome, awesome. Where's Toby Ford in his pin?
I don't know, but we're going to have to go through the archives here when he gets back.
Yeah, I'm legitimately concerned that we talked into existence Toby Ford's demise ultimately at the hands of Jamie Justice from
We
Greenlee.
may have done it. There goes business owner.
There's the business owner.
right there.
Oh, they got a. Speaking of truck beds full of kids,
There they are.
I was gonna have them stop by. I was throwing up the money sign there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did.
Well, that's included ABA Construction.
Yes, you got to get up when Toby comes back.
ABA Construction, Austin O'Brien, is a contractor in
So
Roane
he's
County.
been challenged.
And he's already been challenged
Yep.
to match Ed Nicholson and ECI's white sponsorship for $500.
That's true.
Toby walks away. We sell sponsorships. We get challenges. We've got tickets being sold right and left.
Things
Maybe
are going
this
crazy.
maybe this year's Toby's fault.
Maybe.
Maybe he needs to go away and leave his pen. That's what I'm
Should have
saying.
left his pin.
Ah, there's our buddy Will. Wake Up with Will is walking around.
Giving out flyers for
Wake Up with Will's giving out flyers.
an event I'm working on here.
Oh, nice, nice. Yes, Will is not only our morning DJ and a personality galore, he's also an established actor now in Roane County.
Nice.
He has joined the Roane Arts and Humanities program. They are doing the Carol Burnett show, the Carol Burnett shorts. And Will is walking around, working the streets here in the good way. Sorry.
Pork's not with me. He
Pork chop. Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Pork,
he
man?
peed on his harness, so it's
Ah.
being washed. And I was like, well, you gotta stay here now, bud.
Pork Chop is not with him. Pork Chop, the station dog, brought by Will. I tell you what, Will is a great representative of the Trading Post, except for the fact that he buys half the stuff on the Trading Post when he's doing
Yeah,
it.
that was like my second day. I got car around the corner. I got view. That's what I sit on every day.
I'm telling you.
Rocking chair. my whole
Hey, listen,
About everything he's got right now is Trading Post galore.
business is business.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to, hey, sometimes you get a good buy.
jumps up the sales to buy.
Sometimes you get a good buy.
You get better stuff if you buy the stuff.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it for that. Again, they are doing a dinner theater. The Roane Arts and Humanities Council is doing the Carol Burnett show. They're doing a tribute to that. I got some messages coming in. Please be the right one. Oh, who do we got here?
Maybe Jamie with the ransom for Toby.
It's possible. Well, never mind. That's a message from my buddy Fred that I can't respond to publicly, although it is on that group message. He is quite the cut up, let's just say that. I can't wait for Toby to get back if he shows up, because he's going to be like, well, you sold out how many tickets while I was gone?
Yeah, we're not even sure how many we've sold now.
Yeah, we got to go back and look at it at this point. There is a challenge to a couple businesses. Who was it? The Smiths, right, at Little Canal Veterinary.
Yes, sir.
So Little Canal Veterinary, the Smiths who just took over Kane Veterinary. So if you think about Kane's, it's up there on Arnoldsburg Road, right beside the bowling alley. That is where we're talking. New
Be a good
business
chance
owners.
for us to meet him too. Not
Yes.
so much you, but
I've not met
maybe
them.
you.
I've not met them.
but also me. I have animals at the house. I may need those.
I do
folks.
take my two dogs
Oh,
up
there you
there
go.
to get their vaccinations, their shots. So, yeah, I'm going to need to meet them at some point. What better time to do it than at the Raider Rally?
And the good thing about having them, I'll give them some airtime here and haven't even met them yet. But I do know that we now have a vet in county that will do farm visits, and we haven't had that for quite some time.
Wow.
You know, when Dan did for an amount of time, Dan Kane, and then his dad Joe did for quite some time. But Dan had not done it for a few years, and now we have a vet back in the county that will come do farm visits and
That's
and
huge.
work on your animals at the farm, the large animals, of course.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
That is a huge deal. So hopefully they hear the call. Hopefully somebody can get a hold of them and tell them that they've been challenged by Jacob Greathouse, Roane County High School's quarterback, starting catcher, by the way, too, in baseball season. Overall, just good dude. How about that? Good kid.
Another
Good kid.
sponsorship.
What is going on here?
Yep.
I'm just going to poke my finger. We're going to write it in blood. How about that?
I think it's Keen's Quality Meat.
Keen's Quality Meat. All right.
Jeremy Keene.
Jeremy,
White sponsorship.
and- all right. Thank you, Jeremy, Michelle, your family.
Yes. He's had several athletes come through. The current one is Ella.
Just unbelievable. Awesome to see them come support not just this event, but their kids. Of course, they always have supported their kids, but doing it with this is even more fun. So congratulations and thank you to Keen's Quality Meats. Again, we still have that challenge out to, we're talking about Little Canal Veterinary, but also Jacob Greathouse has challenged Aaron Simon with Farm to Fork.
Which is another slaughterhouse.
They should have challenged each other right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been fun. And that's one thing, I tell you what, there is such a, I don't know if it's even a boost in this, but to me it seems like there's such a rise in people being more conscious about where their meat is coming from. Now, you know this as well as anybody, Coach, because you are also a farmer on the side that sells beef. People are more interested now in knowing what's going into the food they eat and where it's coming from. And we have got a lot of local suppliers of good quality beef. And to do that, you need somebody to get it ready for you. And so we've got good places around here.
We do. We have high quality
Yeah.
butcher houses that do a great job. Me personally, all my stuff goes to Jeremy.
Yeah.
And they do a great job. Not, Aaron and them are just starting up, and I'm sure that they do a great job as well. But Jeremy and Aaron, both former Roane County High School students.
Yep.
If you buy from a local farmer, support those local butcher houses and go to one or the other and let them work your meat up and package it for you, and then all you got to do is bring it home and put it in the freezer. You know, in today's world, a lot of people are going back to buying from the farmer and getting that farm fresh meat, and that's a big deal. I know for me, it's very hard for me to eat store-bought because all I've ever done is ate from the farm. So.
Well, once I never knew. I just didn't know until I found out, and I'll not go back. There's just no way. There is such a difference in quality, and it's evident. It's very easily evident.
Yes.
In the quality difference. And again, if you got a family, it's definitely the way to go because it's so much cheaper in the aggregate to buy a whole beef or a half beef or whatever it may be. You get food, you get beef to supply your family for a year, 2 years. In the end, you're spending way less money than you would individually each time.
Yeah, no doubt.
By the way, got a challenge out here to Brogan, by the way. It's not to buy a ticket, though. Cruz Lawson said I challenge Brogan to wrestle next year.
Uh-oh. Hey, Coach Ford has made it back.
Coach, we were worried. We thought you got slaughtered.
Did you walk to Walmart? No.
Well, Coach, you bring us back awesomeness. I hope you bring us back good news because guess what? We've got a lot of news for you. Get your pen out.
White sponsor.
White sponsorship from
Fantastic.
Richards.
Thank you so much to Jamie Justice from Richards Lawn and Garden for the sponsorship, a white sponsorship. Now, Toby, are you ready? Go ahead and write that down.
It's been a flurry.
Yeah, an absolute flurry.
It's crazy. Drew said maybe it was because you left this time and
Yeah,
not
I think
me.
so.
Now we got to go back and document all this.
We did get a little concerned, though, because we did talk about you getting shanked or hit with a tire, a Gravely tire.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Okay,
Didn't happen.
good.
Paid.
Then we thought maybe they had you tied up in the basement of Richards Lawn and Garden.
I wasn't tied up, per se.
Are you ready?
Are you ready for all this? Are you ready? Are you ready to rock?
I'll start with the most recent.
All right.
Elliot Miller, 2 tickets.
Elliot Miller. Your
Nope.
sister?
No. Jace's dad.
Got you.
Okay.
2 tickets.
Yes.
Pack your bags. We'll leave tonight. Oh.
Then, got to go back.
Yeah.
Donna Greathouse, 2 tickets.
Donna. Great. 2 tickets.
To paradise.
and K. Cottrell.
2 tickets.
2 tickets.
Connie Burdett, 1 ticket.
Connie Burdett. 1 ticket.
Caleb Greathouse, 2 tickets.
Caleb Greathouse. 2 tickets.
Keen's Quality Meats, white sponsorship.
Keen's
I told you he wasn't ready for this.
Quality Meats White.
Am I missing any?
We had some challenges go out, so
We did have challenges. I can go back and read them.
well, Jimmy and Donna Greathouse's son, Jacob, and also the Roane County High School quarterback, has challenged both Little Canal Veterinary, and that is, he said Nate Smith and I can't remember.
Nick and Hannah Smith.
Nick and Hannah Smith from Little Canal Veterinary, and also they have challenged Aaron Simon from Farm to Fork. He has challenged those two to sponsor the event.
Nice.
What else have I missed?
Gosh, I think we've got it. I think that's it. I'm not completely sure, but I think so. It just came.
Yeah, it
all came so
It was a
fast.
whirlwind.
Yeah. Go back and check
Perfect.
this and make sure.
If we've missed anything, somebody out there, please let us know, because
I think we've got them all.
yeah, it was a
That in
flurry of ticket purchases and a couple of sponsorships. So.
Yeah, it was good.
So good stuff with that one. And again, Toby Ford comes back with great news from Richard's Lawn and Garden, a white sponsorship this year for Richard's Lawn and Garden. I hope that Jamie and Taylor can make the event again. That'd be fun.
I
Enjoy
hope so.
seeing them.
This is fantastic. Thank you, folks.
Yeah. So good stuff.
Been a good day. Do you want to give a total count?
Yeah,
just for us?
give us a
That
count.
was sold today?
Yeah.
2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 25, 27.
He's trying. I was gonna say he's having trouble.
29 counting Stockners. It was Shannon
29.
Stockner and Jerry Miller. That was
29.
right before.
Okay, so nearly 30 tickets, including sponsorships, sold here today. That's a pretty good Saturday, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
So we started this with around 100 tickets remaining. We are down from that significantly. And if you didn't get your ticket today, folks, that's okay. You can get a hold of Athletic Director Toby Ford on Facebook. You can get a hold of Coach Paul Burdett on Facebook at any point in time. Send them a direct message on Facebook. If you have any questions about the cost for the tickets, the cost for the sponsorships, what you get for the sponsorships, anything about the event, what's happening, when does it take place, all that stuff, give them a message and let them help you out. If you want to just call the school starting Monday again, you can purchase your tickets that way. Call the school and make sure you get your tickets reserved for the event or get your sponsorships in. We're going to come back here again. We're not sure exactly when. Follow us again on Facebook on WVRC, and we'll tell you guys about it a week before. We'll come back out here. We'll try to sell the last of the tickets, depending on how many are available at that point. And don't forget, Saturday, June 7th at Steel Hollow Estates is where and when this takes place. 5 p.m. is the dinner, and then hopefully the elimination part of it will be getting started right around 6 o'clock if we can get that thing done. And we invite you to please, please, please come out, support these kids, these athletes from Roane County, support the programs that are so important for extracurricular activities for Roane County athletes, and have a good time. You're going to get so much back for this event if you purchase a ticket or purchase a sponsorship. No doubt about it, you're going to have a good time. We said it last year, I said it, and it happened. We want this event to continue to grow and be even bigger and bigger each and every season that we can. It all goes back to the kids. Toby, final words from you, buddy?
Just thank you to everyone, and thank you to you, Drew, for supporting and doing this for us and helping us make this a success.
Coach Burdett?
Same. I appreciate all the sponsorships, all the people buying tickets, and again to you, WVRC, for giving us the opportunity to come out and be live and encourage people to come out, and for everything you do for us.
keep challenging folks out there. Get a hold of your friends and family members. Make sure you tell them they got to get tickets to this event. Make sure you tell your corporate sponsors that they need to get involved with this. And again, as you said, get a hold of Toby Ford, get a hold of Paul Burdett, call the school, whatever you need to do to get involved with the Roan athletic department and the Raider Rally coming up here in a couple weeks. We're going to do this again on a Saturday. I'm going to bring these two guys back. We're going to talk shop again, and hopefully we can finish off the ticket sales. Until then, guys, it's been a great Saturday. Enjoy the wonderful weekend of great weather here in Spencer.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there tomorrow.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you all very, very much. Thanks for the reminder, by the way. I got to go get some flowers.
Got to give that to my wife.